playoff bracket, and you still have to complete all these games with possibly multiple BO5s ahead, but
day after day too.
Right, day after day as well. But I think the biggest thing is that these players understand you just got to take it game by game. If you look too far ahead, you're always going to crumble early. And the fact that they made it this far, I think they got to have some great mental resiliency, because you just had such a long road ahead of you, and you kind of broke it down into round by round. This is what I preach to my team too. You got to break it down round by round. What's the first gun? What's the second gun? What's our alt play? And I think that's what they did. That's why they're like so perfect in the moment. They weren't thinking too far ahead, and
the results speak for themselves. Well, we know that everyone is excited about Crew, but there's another thing that we're a little excited about, because today was just a preview of what's to come. Crew Esports joins NRG, Loud, and Evil Geniuses to represent the Americas region on stage at Champions, and they'll face off against the best of the best from EMEA, Pacific, as well as China. And if this event proved one thing, it's that in Valorant Esports, truly anything can happen. But now, it's time for our Champions 2023 group draw. We have VCT Global Competition Manager Victoria Horsley standing by with the selections. Let's see.
Welcome to the VCT Champions Los Angeles Group Stage
Lottery
draw.
balls!
16 teams from around the world have
Get your tickets ready.
And now they'll be drawn into 4 GSL-style groups consisting of 4 teams. Regional seeding for champs was based on placement performance from teams that went to Masters respective to their other regional teams, with LCQ teams representing the lower regional seeds.
It's rigged? How? It hasn't even done it yet.
Teams from the same region cannot be placed in the same group. If a team from the same region is drawn into the same group as another team from their region, they will be placed in the next available spot. If they were drawn into the last slot, for example, Group D, Slot 4, they will swap with the team immediately before them until a valid draw is complete.
That's good, that's good.
With fnatic winning Masters and bringing 5 Emea teams to Champions, there is one exception to this rule, and it applies only to the teams from the Emea region. EMEA teams in pools 1, 2, and 3 cannot be in the same group. However, when the Emea LCQ number 2 team, or in this case Navi, is drawn into the same group as another EMEA team, they will remain in that slot. This exception will only be made for Navi. Now, let's get started. In pool 1, we'll draw for Group A, Slot 1.
Wait, what?
We have PRX. Moving to Group 2, or Group B, Slot 1, we will have EG.
I'm so confused.
For Group C, Slot 1,
why did they just show?
we will have fnatic.
Did they just show? How did they just show Group 1 if they didn't even roll it yet?
For Group D, Slot 1, the final team of Pool 1.
Oh, it's pool. Oh, it's the pool. I see. Sorry. Okay, I'm stupid. My bad.
Now, let's move to
Oh, they're
Pool
showing
2.
who's in there. I see.
For Group A, Slot 2, we will have DRX.
Fuck, I didn't
But
listen
they
closely.
are already drawn into a group with another Pacific team, so they will move to Group B.
Okay.
Back to Group A, Slot 2, we will have EDG.
Who else is in that group?
For Group C, Slot 2, we will have NRG.
Who else is in there? Fuck!
And finally, for the end of Pool 2, we will have Group D, Slot 2, we will have Foot.
I missed all the first ones.
This is not a valid placement, so they will be moved all the way back to Group B, Slot 2.
Oh my god,
And
this is
then
so
DRX
confusing.
will be moved to Group D, Slot 2, to avoid any regional matchups in groups.
What? I have no idea what happened. I'm not gonna lie. I can't keep track. I already lost my track.
For Group A, Slot 3, we will have Giants.
Someone here must know what's going on, no? I mean, I understand how it works, but I just lost track.
Group B, Slot 3,
I feel like I should have been writing it down.
we will have T1.
Or just like a graphic showing while she does it would have been perfect, but...
Group C, Slot 3, we will have
Isn't that NRG's group?
BLG.
Who is that, BLG?
And the final team for Pool 3 in Group D, Slot 3, we will have Loud.
Oh, is
Now,
that...
for the final pool of the
Billy
Champions
Billy.
Group Stage Draw, Pool 4. Reminder that Navi can be drawn into another group with an EMEA team in it. For Group A, slot 4, we have Zeta, but this is not valid, so they will be moved to the next valid slot, which will be Group C, slot 4. So redrawing Group A, slot 4.
I get it too.
We will have
I get it too,
FPX, where another China team resides. So we will move them to Group B, which is the next valid slot for FPX.
It's not that hard to understand, yeah. It's just they can't be in the same region, so they get moved over to the next slot that's available.
We will have the newly crowned winners of the Americas LCQ. And finally, the last team of the champions group stage draw. In Group D,
it's just hard to
4,
keep track without the graphic.
Navi.
It would have been nice if there was a graphic, but...
VCT Champions Los Angeles will begin August 6th.
PRX
So good luck to all the
Crew,
competitors.
EDG.
We hope to see you there.
I don't know. Wait, what?
And there you have it. The group
I didn't even
draw
see it.
is complete.
Who played who?
And hopefully we could bring that up in a little bit so that we could talk about it, because I'm not going to lie to you. Don't know how Victoria did that.
I got past the first 2 matches.
Here it is. All right. So, yeah, this lays
NRG
out where
versus
we are
BLG.
right now. Group A.
That's great for
Tariks,
NRG,
Crew,
I think,
EDG,
right?
And
Fnatic versus Zeta, 07. EG versus FPX,
T1,
spicy.
Foot
Foot versus T1, spicy.
And Billy Gaming, BLG, and then we got
Liquid versus
Group D,
Navi. That
Team
sucks.
Navi.
DRX Crew.
Group of death.
DRX Loud.
Yeah, so
DRX, Loud, Navi, Liquid. Wait, Group D is stacked as fuck. Yeah, Group D is stacked as fuck.
The winner of Americas from the split. You have the winner of Pacific. You have
Group D is stacked as
TL,
fuck.
who is the winner of Emea as well, and then Navi, who's Navi.
Yeah, I mean, yes, they did. They qualified obviously because Fnatic
Liquid,
winning
Navi,
out in Tokyo
DRX,
got
and
the
also,
EMEA region 5
Loud, right?
spots
Yeah.
for champions, which is massive for them. So I guess the question is whether
But I
or
mean,
not.
the thing is, even though Navi,
I mean, we did, guys, we did request for them to do live group drawing, and they did it. The thing is that people are going to complain no matter what. But all things considered, like, I'm glad, I like the way they did it. Avoid regional matchups.
Looks like a pretty good path for them.
And
Yeah.
RNG drawing.
Potential EDG PRX matchup.
That actually would be.
Just needed the graphic while they did it.
NRG Fnatic in the groups.
That's actually pretty fire too. Yeah.
After the
rematch.
matchup.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, honestly, Group C kind of feels a little bit like a group of death as well, because you're in there with the.
It was pre-recorded. That's okay if it was pre-recorded.
So, you know, that's going to be really
Any
tough
group
to
of
have to deal with.
Fnatic is the group of death.
Exactly.
I mean-
exactly. So this is certainly going to change things up a little bit, and then obviously, you know,
I don't think it
my
was
eyes
like-
immediately get drawn to the runners-up at Tokyo. You know, EG.
I think
FPX,
EG's
Foot,
got a
as
good
well as
group.
T1.
EG's got a really good
Actually,
group.
not the worst draw for honestly. EG or T1 here.
Hey, I
I'm
feel
curious
like
to
all
see
the
what Foot
groups
does,
are
because
like
they look
looking good except
at
Group
Tokyo.
D.
It's just a matter of whether or not they were able to clean up those
Right?
things leading into champions. And an FPX, unknown commodity for myself personally, so I'm curious
Group
to see what they do.
A.
Yeah, it'll be FPX's second shot internationally after
Who is
making
this,
it
Gen
to-
G? Whose
to
solo is
Walk-In.
this?
But
Not
for the
Gen
only
G.
team that
Who is
will be their
this?
first international event is
it
Billy
Gen G?
in Group C there. You have Zeta, who
Oh,
also,
Giants.
after having a really tough
Is
year,
Giants?
makes it
I
through
don't
the
know.
LCQ.
I feel like all the groups
too.
look
So
fine
I
except
think
Group
NRG
D.
Fnatic, the clear favorites in that group, could be interesting with those two Asian squads coming in as well. Overall, man, I mean,
This
I'm
looks
just
good.
excited for this
Stacked.
event.
Excited.
So stacked.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. You
Sounds
honestly
good.
couldn't have asked for a better a group of teams that to be collected here for Champs
VCAB?
LA. And really, I think if Tokyo is any indication, heck, if this LCQ is any indication, that you look at this.
Where's Group
and
E with
we could
Sentinels
honestly have a final
and Cloud9?
that's BLG and Foot. At this point, that's kind of where the
You never know.
we never know, man.
It's a really similar group that EG had in Tokyo, right? Who was in their group? It was Foot. Was it T1?
I
I
think
just
so,
steal
yeah.
from chat. I just steal from chat.
That
Super
sounds
similar
right.
to their Tokyo group.
Oh, well.
The Keck W's are so satisfying.